The Saturn. Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome to more SEGA Saturn action after Burning Ranges, and yeah, you can probably already read the title and tell what we're doing, but indeedy so, a collaboration between SEGA and Traveller's Tales. By the way, I can't get enough of this whole Traveller's Tales logo. Why did they blend it up, like with the Lego version that's just two T's slightly slanted? Because, yeah, that's fucking creative, isn't it? But yeah, this is Sonic 3D Blast. And, what is this? It seems we are seeing both the Mega Drive and the Saturn working together? And, yeah, this is pretty much exclusive to the Saturn version with this CG intro. Well, okay, you know what, I tell a lie. There is an intro on the Mega Drive version, but, it's a bit, how you'll say, crap. But yeah, this was, depending on your interpretation, Sonic's first 3D adventure. At least in some aspects. You're gonna be seeing the full extent of what I mean a bit later, but, yeah, 3D Blast is a game. Again, I say that conflictedly, because, like, 3D Blast I wouldn't say is a bad game, but it's also a game that I think a lot of people are decidedly mixed on, but usually have, like, a very... would it be fair to say Pavlovian, judgment of it? Like, saying that the game is... You know what, I'll get into all that a little bit later. But first of all, we have plot. And, this is actually exclusive to the Mega Drive version. In the Mega Drive version, you actually get, like, a explanation as to what's going on. And basically, Dr. Eggman is at it again. He's after the Flickies, on Flicky Island, of course. But mainly due to the fact that they also have teleportation capabilities, thanks to the giant special rings. Why exactly it's exclusive to Flicky Island, I'm not too sure. There seemed to be plenty of them around in Sonic 1, well, that sort of thing. But regardless, he's captured animals, turned them into robots, and as his classic Sonic tradition, Sonic decides, you know what, I'm gonna put a stop to Eggman's plans and, well, save the day, as was typical of the era. And, well, this pretty much gives us an idea as to what the game exactly is going to entail. In Sonic 3D Blast, you're playing from an isometric perspective, so again, whether or not you count this as true 3D, or what have you, again, I guess it kind of goes back to the whole Doom argument. Is it 2D manipulated to be a 3D perspective, or is it genuine 3D? Personally, I don't really give a shit about the argument. If you're moving in multiple different directions, it is 3D, so, like, the game isn't really lying to you, but whatever. Oh god, bad compression. That shield is completely enveloping Sonic, so again, like, it's more to do with the recording capabilities. When you're playing the game for yourself, like, the shields don't fully envelop Sonic, it's just, I don't know. It just bugs me a little bit. But anyway, Sonic 3D Blast. You can spin dash, you can run all over the shop, and, this game is much more explorative than what you would have seen in Sonic games past. But, how well they handle that exploration is a little bit up for debate. But again, we're going to be getting to something even more important. You see Knuckles right here. He wasn't there before, but until we got 50 rings, find him, and we get to our first special stage. By the way, let me just say this right now. You have absolutely no excuse to lose in these special stages. I don't care if this is the first time you're playing a Sonic game. These are easy as pish, and again, if you fail them, then I'm going to laugh at you. Like, it's pretty much set up in a similar style to, you know, Sonic 2 really, minus the half-pipe structure, although we will be getting to that later on in this part when we get to the Saturn version, let me tell you. You can get a fuckload of rings really easily, and again, like, you saw that I just got hit there. That would have been a death sentence in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but here, you can pretty much just keep on trucking, and even though I took a hit that would have been fatal, look, I need to get 150 rings, but I'm almost done. And you might be thinking, well, golly gee, Solidus-Skully, you sexy hunk of man-ass. It's only the first stage. Yeah, it makes sense for it to be easy, but, no. Again, if you're in any way competent at moving left and right and jumping over bombs, you can complete all these special stages rather easily. And the compression means you can't see the, Chaos Emeralds, which look more like fucking cough drops than anything else. By the way, well, you know what, I'll explain that in the next part, never mind. Anyway, Sonic 3D Blast. As you can no doubt tell with the isometric perspective, yeah, things are gonna get a little bit skewed when it comes to platforming, but, again, same basic Sonic-y things as you've seen before. You can jump, spin dash, rolling attack, and, as we collected just there, we also have a new special shield power-up. What does it do? Well, we're about to find out right now. That is the homing attack. Yes, indeed, unlike other Sonic games which make it a natural ability of Sonic's, this is, well, a shield ability. Which, I mean, I suppose kinda does make sense, because I guess even Traveler's Tales and I suppose Sonic Team themselves, since this was pretty much a collaboration between SEGA of Europe, Traveler's Tales, and of course, Sonic Team in Japan that helped out heavily with the game's development. So yeah, I guess the homing attack was pretty much just a natural way that 3D Sonic was gonna play at this point. But again, it is immensely useful that you hold onto the shield ability because, well, it will save your life. And basically make getting the Flickies rather easy. Speaking of which, I should probably talk about them themselves. Your objective isn't just to run to the end of the stage and get a good time or whatever, but no, instead it is about rescuing the titular Flickies. And again, a lot of these Flickies do have very different behaviors, obviously. Again, you have the blue birds, which pretty much actively try to find Sonic. You have the purple birds, which, again, have a bit more limited range, but again, they do also try and find Sonic. Or, at least I think that was the intent. I think the manual of the game actually states that they pretty much wander around aimlessly. And, those will be all I'll talk about for now. But again, you have wide open stages, again, you have very few loops or corkscrews or whatever to run across. You know, as would have been, you know, the whole exciting, whoa, gain speed and watch Sonic be impressive, as you would have seen in the Mega Drive games, because this is much more about exploration and, well, hunting for birds. So again, you're not really going to be going very fast in Sonic 3D Blast, but at the same time though, it's not a game where you really want to be running very fast, because there are a lot of hazards that can pip you, and again, while the Mega Drive playthrough is something of a test playthrough of mine, oh boy does it show, because let me just tell you this right now, I haven't played Sonic 3D Blast since the review I made. That was back in 2014, which was, oh god, that was 7 to 8 years ago now. So yeah, as you can no doubt tell, my Mega Drive playthrough was a bit rusty. My playing skills do get better as we go on, but yeah, I had a bit of trouble readapting to Sonic 3D Blast. I didn't, like, again, I was going back to this thinking, nah, this wouldn't be a very hard game, and, you know, now that I can go back to the Saturn version, it's gonna be fun, but no, there is a lot that you need to get used to, and, again, like, I mean, depending on whether or not you're gonna like 3D Blast, what it does as a game, and how exactly things function is entirely dependent on how well you adapt to the isometric perspective. And again, I know it's probably... I know there is an argument to be made about I shouldn't have to adapt to bad controls, but again, like, I mean, the game doesn't control badly, it's just adapting to the perspective that can, on the odd occasion, fuck with your sense of vision and depth. I don't know, it's basically the biggest hurdle of 3D Blast, but again, if you're willing to get past that, it's a very serviceable game. I'm not gonna flat out say good, but again, it does what it needs to do perfectly well. And as you can see here, look, there is their tails, where we first started. Unfortunately though, this does also have the counter effect of not only sapping away all your rings when you get back to the stage itself, but also taking away your shield, so goodbye homing shield. Goddamn tails. And again, like, I mean, as you're seeing here, look at just how easily you can collect rings. I know it's Special Stage 2, but trust me, it's... I'm not, like, you're not gonna fuck any of these up, it's just, And I mean, like, I'm pretty sure Traveler's Tales, or at the very least Sonic Team, was aware of this, because again, they do change the special stages up for the SEGA Saturn version. And, let me just tell you, they are much better, and I will have a lot of good things to say about the Saturn special stages, but... yeah, this is, ultimately just a little bit pish, to be honest. I think the hardest part of the special stage itself is just the trippy as hell background. Like, I mean, when you're playing this, the background is incredibly distracting. It's just the way it sort of moves, really. I guess maybe they're intending for the background to maybe trip players out, so, like, if they don't focus on the straight and narrow, then they'd pretty much be buggered, but... I don't know, it's weird. And yeah, the only corkscrews, loops, and sense of speed you're going to be getting in this game is basically through automated segments.
Does that mean that Sonic 3D Blast was the beginning of Sonic games being nothing, press the start button to win?
Well, no, not really. Again, like, I mean, it's probably to talk about the other side of the coin argument, that Sonic 3D Blast isn't really true 3D, it's fake 3D. At least to some extent, because again, like, I mean, you're not doing a lot of traditionally Sonic things in this game. Like, I mean, again, you're not going to be focusing on more of a speed-based gameplay. A lot of the platforming is very simple and rudimentary, and again, a lot of the game's focus is mainly on finding the Flickies. Which again, isn't necessarily a bad setup, so again, you do have a modicum of depth in your gameplay, you have things to do, so again, it's not just white noise gameplay running around the environment. But, it does create a little bit of a clash when it comes to, well, generating excitement, at least in the long term. And lo and behold, the Saturn version. Oh god, cleaner looking textures, musical quality, and a much nicer looking game overall. Yeah, I think it's about time I talked about some of the differences between the Mega Drive and Saturn version. Again, you do still have the checkerboard patterns, but again, unlike, well, basically games of the current day and age and, well, you know, everything else, again, there's a lot more texture to it, so again, it makes the world feel a little bit more lived in, despite also maintaining the cartoony vibrancy that, you know, a lot of people love about Sonic. So, again, in terms of graphical fidelity and artistic fidelity, I love the way Sonic 3D Blast looks. It's a very beautiful looking game, at least for the Saturn version. And yeah, even the model quality for Sonic Tails and Knuckles look fucking stand out, man. It's beautiful. But apart from that, the gameplay is still very much the same deal that you were doing in the Mega Drive version. Search around, look for Flickies, just with high quality textures and, well, some more fun stuff to bounce around and look for. But there are a few differences, and that's to do with these special stages, as we will be getting to quite soon. And speaking of which, here it is. Also, Tails' model looks much nicer than it did in the Mega Drive version. And yes indeed, what is this? Real 3D? With 3D models of Sonic and Tails created by Sonic Team before anybody else mentions it. So yeah, as you can see, the Saturn version basically takes after Sonic 2, which would normally earn a raised eyebrow and a groan of frustration, but this one is actually, honest to God, my favourite interpretation of the half-pipe special stage, because again, you can already see right here, again, you got a lot of bombs to jump out of the way and dodge, so again, the challenge is there. Again, the ring quota per distance travelled is fair. Again, it's entirely up to your skills as a player to, you know, basically achieve the best that you can. But at the same time, there's a lot more nuance compared to Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that I really love about this. Again, there's an actual inbuilt momentum system for when you're going down slopes, when you're going up hills, and... Again, you can use your rolling ball form to gain a lot of speed, just flip around, and again, I love these fucking special stages. Which, I suppose to talk about into perspective here, apart from the fact that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 could also kind of screw you over if you had Tails lagging behind you, I don't know, there's a sense of depth and scope to these special stages that it gives me a little bit more security and able to adequately judge, you know, where bombs are coming from, how to accurately jump out of the way. And again, also, unlike Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the special stages in the Saturn version, they competently, you know, rise depending on the difficulty, and again, that's something both the Mega Drive version just didn't have. And also, the music by Richard Jacques in the special stages is fucking immaculate. I love this soundtrack. But at the same time though, it's... I don't know. It really goes to show what the Saturn was capable of, and again, it really does make me kind of saddened that we never got the Saturn version of Sonic Adventure as was intended. Well, we probably never would have seen it released anywhere else, but, goddamn. It's just really sweet, and I love this. And again, as you can see right here, the Chaos Emeralds in this version look like actual Chaos Emeralds. They don't look like fucking lolly cough drops or whatever. No victory fanfare though, which is a little bit bizarre. And again, a slight drawback to the Saturn version is that, yeah, unlike the Mega Drive version where you can pretty much go after Tails and Knuckles and get the Chaos Emeralds in like 2 Chaos Emeralds per act, in a 3D Blast you can only get it as once per act, which, again, not bad, it just means that you have to memorize more locations of Tails and Knuckles, which I suppose we should probably talk about right now. They're not playable in this game, so, yeah, goodbye to the whole, oh no, Sonic shitty friends argument. But again, they're hidden throughout the stage, you get 50 rings, take them out, and, yeah, they pretty much take Sonic to the special stages where he can get Chaos Emeralds, which basically contributes to the good ending. You're not going to be getting Super Sonic unless you're playing the 2017 Director's Cut by John Burton, but that's Mega Drive only, so fuck that. But apart from that though, it's relatively the same game. It's just stuff. More differences that I'll point out in the next part, since we have a boss fight coming up, and yeah, once you go to the X, you're abducted by aliens. Because he has to go now. His planet needs him. But yeah, I mean, also, unlike the Mega Drive games, you're also not limited by time overs, so, whoopee. And of course, we have our boss fights, which, I'm not showing the Mega Drive version of these because, I sucked. And the thing of it is that, again, like, in terms of any strategy I can give you, you'll want to be hitting the front of the Eggmobile. Because, like, I mean, Eggman, you might think that you could pretty much hit him from the back and, you know, you get a lot of easy shots that way, but no, the hitbox for, again, Eggman's mech is pretty much at the front, so always make sure to hit that. Because, again, if you don't, then you're going to be pretty fucked. But again, that's the end of the first boss. So on that note, I am Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal, and next time on the 3D Boss commentary, we're going to Rusty Ruin. Catch you later.